14 attempts, but Featherstone Rovers finally get a win in the Super 8 qualifiers.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty at the end there. It was a bit airy at the end, but now we've got the win. It's a massive improvement on last year. We've got our first win now in these qualifiers. Big step in the right direction for the club and puts us in a good spot for next year.
Yeah, it's an emotional time for me. I'm glad I could just get that last win before I go move on to Wakefield. So, you know, I'm going to miss the fans and the players. I know that Duffs is quite new, so I haven't managed to get to know him as much as I would like of. But I'd just like to wish everyone the best of luck for next season, really.
We spoke about not finishing bottom. I thought we were very disappointing last week. We come here to get one job done and we did that, so we're real pleased.
And it does make Featherstone the best part-time team in the country, we were saying as well.
Yeah, that's a great achievement. You know, the lads, you've got to give the credit to the lads. Yeah, we have to dig deep. We work all week and then we come in and play on a weekend and train on a night. You know, we don't have the luxury of some of these full-time teams in our league, and at times it almost seems a little unfair. But we dig in. We've got a great bunch and a really good coach, and you know the club's sound with us, and they look after us at the right times of the year, and that's why we get these sort of results.
I think we've been disappointing in these eights. As fans have probably been a bit disappointed, but you know, as goal before season started were to make the four. I think we've had a successful season getting into four. Some good teams missed out. We set our goal. Next year maybe reset as goal, get in four and then reset goals again and hopefully do a little bit more in them.
Featherstone dominated that game in quite a number of patches, went 26-12 ahead, but Halifax just kept pecking away back at you, didn't they?
Every time we play them, they never go away. They play till the end, and they've had a pretty reasonable qualifier, haven't they? They've done well against some of these Super League teams, and we knew that. The way we play under John, we like to play now. You know, we like to pass the ball a lot. We're not. We've had this conversation a few times over the year where we're probably not the brightest team at times, and we should have killed the game off with 10 minutes to go, and we're throwing massive passes and getting intercepts. And really, we should know better by now how to finish off the game. But I suppose it keeps it exciting for the fans, and the big thing is we got the result in the end.
Personally, I thought we dominated for large parts of that game, and soft errors, penalties, just feeded them back into the game, and they thrived off that really and took advantage of it.
Like I say, I've enjoyed every minute down at Featherstone, and I'm just glad that I just hope that the fans appreciate how hard I've worked for them. You know, I know that it's been tough for me because, in fairness, I'm a Leeds player, but if I'm going to be honest with you, I've never looked at Featherstone and thought I'm just an outcast. I've always felt like I'm one of the players and one of the Featherstone Rovers boys. So it's been a great pleasure, and like I say, I'd like to wish them all the best, really.
And John, just in the press conference there, pay tribute to such as yourselves, you and Richard Moore, as kind of leaders on the field out there to bring resilience out in the defence.
Yeah, we've got a big responsibility in the middle. They've got a great middle as Fax. So we tried to set the tone, but unfortunately the referee gave them quite a bit of ball in the first half. It felt like last week where we didn't touch the ball for a fair bit, but we gradually got back into the game, and we had that change after 20 minutes, and we were on top at the time. Then we come back out the second half, and Big Rich, he's got a good, he's aggressive, he's got a good carry, and I tried to lead the team with my actions as well as a bit of talk, because we've got that much experience behind us. But the lads are really stepping up. For some of the lads, it's a first year for them. Young Josh, who's had a great season. He's really improved, and his talk and that. He's got to feel comfortable within the team. And young Coops, what we're trying to bring out of these younger blokes who are going to be stepping into mine and Rich's shoes over the next year is they've got to take it on for the next step. And gradually we're doing that. We're going to have a big pre-season under John, and we've got a great squad for next year, and hopefully we'll be in the same sort of position as next year.
John Duffy said in the press conference there that he's looking forward to having a full pre-season with you all, because he came in at quite a difficult time just before those eights, but he will be able to get time to spend with the players now.
Yeah, he's come in. What he's been teaching us is great. Me personally, I think the team let him down a little bit in these eights. I think he was getting a bit of stick for how we've been performing, but at the end of the day, he's not out there. The stuff that he's teaching us is real good. Like you say, a good pre-season, and hopefully we can start off next year flying. And
just a word about the fans today. They sounded like the home crowd, didn't they? They were all together in that north stand and really cheered you on.
Yeah, they've been brilliant all year, home and away. I can't fault them. they like to get the results. You can understand their frustrations, but from our side, like last week, it was desperately disappointing for our last home game of the season to dish up what we did. So we felt we owed them and a big performance today and a win, and especially John, because he's worked hard. John Duffy's worked really hard in this 8 weeks. And we spoke about it before the game, how we owe him a performance as well as the fans, as well as ourselves. So hopefully they enjoyed it. Hopefully they've enjoyed the year. Like I say, it's a big improvement on last year. We've got our win now, and it all bodes well for next year.
They're great every week, absolutely every week. Every time I've ever put a Featherstone shirt on, I know that the fans turn up in numbers. Whether we go to London away, whether we go to France, or whether we come to Halifax, they're always turning up in numbers. And I think they've played a big part in our success this season. I really do think that without the fans, and obviously it's like having a 40th man on the field when they cheer up and when they scream as loud as they can and stuff. So it's amazing to have such a great fan base. And obviously, you've got to give credit to the players as well. The players have absolutely battled hard all season, and I guess obviously we'd like to have finished further up, but I do think that where we're at is a great achievement for the club as a whole. So, but just a personal message to the fans from me. I'd like to thank everyone for giving me a lot of confidence on the field and accepting me as one of their own, really.